Hey everybody, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and we are just heading into one of the coolest, most unique, that's redundant, airports in SoCal, Big Bear Airport. It's Lima 35, L35, and this is a new free scenery done by a guy named, hopefully I get this right, Josue Mejia, and it is 3D objects, it's the FBO, it's the buildings, it's the fuel, self-serve fuel. It's really, really good. So I'm excited to show this airport off because it's one of the cool places that you get to go living in SoCal, being a pilot, but also on Pilot Edge and VATSIM. It's a great untowered, unique airport, especially for some of the smaller planes that you might be able to fly, especially in Microsoft, which the smaller planes are really the only ones that are fun because they work. It's a high altitude airport, and I completely forgot to commit this to memory, but 6,700 feet elevation. So it's a high altitude airport. We're at 9,500 right now, probably smidge lower. Yeah, we're starting to descend a little bit. But I'm not going to really talk too much about high altitude flying. The simulator, you're not really probably going to notice much difference unless it's really hot. So it's a hazardous place to go in the real world, depending on what the weather looks like and your experience with high altitude flying. Like we're going to be leaned this entire time. Like we're not going to go full rich to land because we're going to be landing at 6,700 feet. So that's it's a hazardous thing. Yeah, and here's the link to the airport, which we'll have in the description. But here is the airport link. I will also post that in the Discord, and it'll be in the description on YouTube. But Big Bear is, like I said, unique because it's a mountain airport. It's in SoCal. It's just doesn't look like you're in Southern California at all. I mean, we can get there in 40 minutes from John Wayne, so you can essentially be at the beach in Newport, and then an hour later in the mountains with snow and log cabins and stuff, ski slopes. Really pretty cool. We're gonna fly over where we usually depart when we're leaving. We fly over the lake to the west and then drop down in this little valley just off the nose here, and it's beautiful in the real world, and it's beautiful in the sim as well. But it's really pretty cool. So this airport, it's a Freeware airport, and he's done an amazing job replicating the actual objects, the buildings, the 3D objects. It's not just a touch-up of the runway and cleaning up some certain things and moving around the default assets. It's actually some 3D modeling that he's done, and it looks great. I hope that many people download this and gives them the motivation to make more of these airports in SoCal. Right now, he's got 3 of them, Big Bear, El Monte, and Catalina. So we want him to do more airports because these are fantastic. And I'm starting this a little bit further back because it's such a cool approach into Big Bear. So I don't want it to just be the airport, because the runway is a runway. It's not really that spectacular of an airport itself. This is the spectacular part. It's the flying in over the mountains. And Microsoft does such a great job of densely populating these mountainous regions with trees. We've got cutouts for access roads. This is the actual, I don't even know what the freeway is, or the road to get up there. Somebody probably can look that up. I can't remember what that road is called. I've never actually driven up here. I've just flown up here a couple times, but it does look like a pretty cool drive. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. That looks so great. Let's get a nice glamour shot. Right there. Oh, that's great. That's a good one right there. The little wing cam. Yeah, Tyler, you've got one of my favorite driving roads out by you. Little wing cam action. I love the drone camera in Microsoft. You just so many cool views you can get. Tail cam. That can work. Where's a good? I want a good coming over the lake shot. And that might be it right there. That looks spectacular right there. Yeah, Palomar Mountain, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's do some really hacky, uncontrolled radio calls because we're not really thinking about that too much. Big Bear, traffic, Cessna 204 Lima Echo, 8,700 descending, 5 miles to the west, inbound, full stop, Big Bear. Should have been making those calls way back there, which we would have done in real life. But look at how awesome those trees look. Oh man, beautiful. So there's some kind of funky stuff happening with the buildings here. It's not the photo geometry stuff up here. It's a lower res area, so you've got some default assets being put in here that are not the photo geometry ones, and doesn't really suffer that much because the natural surroundings is plenty pretty. Like, I mean, that's the beauty of this place is not the not any skyline or anything. There's one building just off the runway that you can see right there, that big guy that looks pretty ridiculous. Hello Maria, hello Cessna. So yeah, that can use a little bit of updating, but it's just such a pretty arrival coming in here. There's some noise abatement stuff as well, where we don't want to fly over this high school right here. I didn't really go in and look at and remind myself what the let's see, where's the ADF or AFD?
Full up.
BM Moo, what's happening? Let's see, where is vehicle extreme noise sensitive area, practice area, blah blah blah. Avoid overflying high school 1 mile east at all times. So yeah, it just overfly. Don't overfly the high school. How do you feel about using sectionals only for cross country, as opposed to what, Cessna? Like sectional, like on ForeFlight, or like the actual paper, or as opposed to using the TAC chart? Peter, happy Little Friday. And Maria says, buzz the high school. Of course. So we have ski resort right there, which looks awesome. Golf course looks good. There's the airport. It's Little Friday. It's Little Friday Highway. Okay, we're keeping it still pretty high, right? Yeah, we're still pretty high, which in this plane is totally fine. We can drop it in. I mean, look, like just on the other side of that valley is just full on desert. It's such a weird area. You know, you could be at the beach, you go into the mountains, and then you've got desert like right there. This is the 152. So there's the airport. Big Bear traffic. Cessna 204 Lima Echo, midfield, left downwind, runway 26. Full stop, Big Bear. So we will do our part and not overfly the high school. Have you bought any of the planes? No, I have not spent any money on any planes in this simulator yet. Is that true? Yes, I think. Yeah, no, not the 182 of the Mood. I have the 182 in X-Plane, and it's pretty not great in X-Plane. It's fun, but it's not... I didn't think it was worthy of a second purchase in this. There's the high school. So let's turn our base now. Big Bear traffic. Cessna 204 Lima Echo, left base 26, full stop. Big Bear. Yeah, I mean, that's desert right out there, man. That is desert, man. Big Bear traffic, Cessna 4 Lima Echo, turning final 26, full stop, Big Bear. Okay. Sweet. Nice and high. The air is obviously thinner here, so I don't want to keep it... I don't want to be low. I don't have a lot of power. If anything happens, a go-around... 500. Is going to be very tricky, and I'm also going to only put in 2 notches of flaps here for that reason as well. I don't want too much drag. I'm just going to come, keep it a little bit high, and let it just kind of glide down. Not too much flaps. You know, keep it a little bit above glide slope. Again, if like a moose runs onto the runway and I have to go around, and I am low and slow with full flaps, I am going to be totally hosed. So keep some altitude.
Pull up.
Don't need full flaps. What's up, Sasquane? How's it going, man? And Crypto Ketchup, welcome aboard. Thank you for following. And it's still just an airport, but you know, you just don't have the performance. So we're idle. Look at that. Keep the nose wheel up and just let it come down. There it is. And there is Big Bear. Look at how cool this looks, man. God, that's awesome. So that doesn't look like that. There isn't a 12-story building just off the runway there. So that is not great. But let's... Big Bear traffic, Cessna 204 Lima Echo, taxi to the pumps. Big Bear. That's just a brief little like high altitude. I won't even call that like tips or anything. That's just my thinking out loud high altitude procedure there. So not intended for instructional purposes. So this is fantastic looking. And we're gonna, the pumps are actually really nice. This was really good. And there's 2 sides. Always park downwind, otherwise you'll be like frozen. So if the wind is, if the wind's coming from 260, I'm gonna be on this side here. But this is where I did my first self-fuel, right here. And it looks exactly like that, right here. Ryan left his receipt in the machine, so we'll pick that up for him. Yeah, this is awesome. That is really, really cool. So here's the airport, you know, FBO, whatever you want to call it. Barnstorm Restaurant. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't go on this side of the building, but for those of you that have, there is that. How cool does that look? Robert Pratt Terminal. Excellent work. Let's get a good little. That's not gonna really work. So we also updated the ortho here. So this is Google or ortho, which honestly doesn't look great. I might remove that, but you know, and those buildings on the other side there are pretty aggressive. But just this alone, to me, is worth it, because that is awesome. That is really, really great right there. Just that alone. That's our thumbnail right there. I don't know. I think I have traffic set relatively low. That's not a huge concern for me. Hangars all look good. Yeah, we spent some time at this airport for not by design, but beautiful. Yeah, that flag would be good if it had a little bit of movement, but yeah, this is Big Bear. That is awesome. Okay, let's blast out of here. This is a look. I don't want to spend too much time looking at these on the ground just because it's an airport, and you know, it's not airport ops simulator, it's flying simulator, so we're gonna stay in the plane. But yeah, if the wind is coming from this direction, you do not want to fuel your plane here. That sucks. So you get downwind here, and you'll get shaded, you know, when you're paying for everything right here. This is on here's the link for this guy, and I'll also have it in the Discord. So there's the link for the airport. If you guys are new, welcome. This is the Discord link, and I'll post the links for all these airports in the Discord. And it's just a great community with great, fantastic people. Let's check to see if anyone has joined tonight. Discord watch. No. All right. It's okay. Maybe we've hit a saturation point, which is just as good. Need some love for DTW. Dude, we're trying to get our surf on, man. Discord watch. All right, let's get out of here. And what button do I need to press? I am in the wrong window. There we go. And I will show you one of my favorite airport area departures that I've had the pleasure of experiencing before. Yeah, and it's free. That's the best part. Yeah, it's a payware quality airport. Look at that. I mean, that is freaking Big Bear, man. It's not any generic crap. That's freaking Big Bear. I love it. And our next airport gives me goosebumps thinking about flying there. So that's my tease for the next airport. But before that, Oceano, number 2, number 1 departure from airport area is Big Bear. It's awesome. Yes, Big Bear is in California. Yeah, it's just if you know where San Bernardino is, it's just northeast of San Bernardino. Not too far really. But it's good. And there's stuff that you can say needs a little bit of updating. And he's got some known issues listed on the download, which is totally cool. One is definitely that building on the other side of the airport over there. That guy, unless that was there and I was completely blind and didn't see it, I don't think that there is a building that tall. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Peter is in the Discord. We have a new member to the Discord. Look at that, Peter. Peter Lockey, thank you very much for joining. Welcome aboard. I think you're going to find it delightful there. We've got over 1,100 members, and it's just constant chat and friends, and it's really great. Stunning development. What's that? We're getting word that we have a new Discord member, and he's already satisfied. Unbelievable. Back to the studio. Dude, Shoes, are you kidding me, man? You think that's a Southwest taxi? Shoes, we have to recalibrate what you think a fast taxi is. That was not it. I've done way faster. Dude, I am like V1 taxi in the Piper at John Wayne because it's like parked at the other end of the airport. It's crazy. All right, we're gonna depart. This is the real departure out of Big Bear. I kid you not, and I will pause and show you the footage if you want, but it is freaking crazy. So we're gonna do a power run up. It was way slower, man. I'm taking my time. Okay, so we're gonna do a run up here because we're high altitude. We gotta find out where the best power is. And that is done by going full power. And messing with the mixture until we hit maximum power. No. So we'll just say 50, that's fine right there. What's mixture? Okay, so that looks like it's best power, so we're gonna be good to go. Big Bear traffic. Cessna 204 Lima Echo departing runway 26, straight out departure, Big Bear. So looks like we are cleared to the right, cleared to the left. We'll get the lights coming on, camera, and action. So we're just gonna let the plane speed up. We're not going to make any...
Approaching runway 26.
Thank you. I'm not gonna do anything too quick.
Entered runway 26. 5,800 feet remaining.
It's 5,800 feet remaining. If we had 1,800 feet remaining, even in this thing, that would not be good. No, Victor, we're not going to head down to San Diego tonight, but we do go there quite often. We're going someplace very cool next. All right, there is centerline. Full power. Everything is in the green. Airspeed is alive.
Pull up. Pull
55.
Up.
Damen, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. Oh, we're going a little bit off there. See you later, Big Bear. Yeah, we can see a soft field at our next location. So we're gonna now... Oh, that's Big Bear. That's departing Big Bear. That is so cool. And we're just gonna keep it here. The San Diego add-on does look pretty nice. Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Thank you for following, Damen, and I will take a wonky takeoff to acknowledge somebody following and joining for the first time. It's very cool. And we're good. Oh, it's even got whatever that building is. I think it's like a library or something, but it is circular. So even though that is not a photo geometry representation, there is a circular building there, and that is really cool. I do not have a video on my settings, no. They're pretty modest. It's not really anything too crazy. Big Bear traffic, Cessna 204 Lima Echo, 3 mile upwind, departing to the west, Big Bear. Yeah, I had to do some serious upgrading to get this thing to work. From Switzerland, right on, man. My wife and I were married just on the other side of your border in Lake Como. Nope, I have no payware for this sim yet. I'm gonna take that really slow. I love flying this plane way too much to spend money on it. I want to enjoy exploring the simulator without going too much into payware airplanes and stuff. Yeah, Como's awesome. But and that is likely to change at some point very soon, because it would be nice to have some better complex single engine pistons, and then Mooney. I'm not a huge Mooney fan, but it would be a cool plane to be able to hop in. All right, so we're just buzzing the lake here. We are clear of any electrical wires. Big Bear traffic, Skyhawk, Cessna, 5 miles to the west, departing through Western Valley. Big Bear, last call. Domin, if you hit ! Discord, you can put that link in there. So we're going to, we are going to start descending pretty much immediately. So we're gonna pop through this little valley right here, and just go trench run right down here. And this looks so good with the trees. Yeah, that is awesome. That is really good. And then we just hit VNE. We just cozy up with VNE. We got smooth air. We can do it. Yeah, how freaking awesome is this? So, huge thumbs up, 2 thumbs up for Josue Mejia's Big Bear Airport. Download it, take a 152 or 172 up into Big Bear. Be mindful of the high altitude terrain, and do the west southwest valley departure over the lake and through this valley. It's freaking awesome. I've done this twice in a real plane, and it is just like hairs standing up on the back of your neck cool. And this does a really, really good job of translating into the sim. I mean, it's never going to be the same, but this is beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful representation of what it's like, and that's really cool. That's really, really cool. No bears. No, I didn't see any bears. There's plenty of wildlife out here, though, but yeah, I didn't. We're a little bit too fast and too far away for that. We're also in Class Gulf airspace here as well, by the way, which is kind of cool. So you can get nice and cozy with some clouds if you dare. Not that it's recommended, but it is possible.
Birds.
Birds. So there you go. The link will be in the description of the video. Yeah, Peter, this is live weather. Yeah. Velarex, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. Yeah, so check out this airport. It's excellent. It's really fun. Leave from one of the towered airports on Pilot Edge. Go up there. It's untowered. See how, if you want to have some fun, put on live weather. You might have some clouds. You might have some some stuff to deal with. There is an instrument approach in there. I think it's an RNAV for runway 8. I'm not sure. It's tricky because it's like it can screw you up with winds and all kinds of stuff. It's a little bit of both. This looks like a access road. I don't know if they're hiking trails, but it looks like it's, you know, like a fire access road or antenna something. But yeah. Cool Camaro. Classical of airspace is a mythical beast in which you only have to be clear of clouds. It's awesome. All right, have a good night, Daman. Thank you, man. Sweet. There it is, Big Bear. Thank you, Josue. Oh, yeah, dude, it's not even. I want nothing to do with 1 mile visibility clear clouds. Let's get SoCal on the horn. 340. We're gonna tag up and head to our next destination, which is one of my favorite places on the planet.